Hello friends, welcome to my channel JM Learning. Today we are going to actually see how to measure the unknown resistance by use of Wheatstone bridge. In the last video, we have seen the Wheatstone bridge along with its front panel. So again we'll revise it. You can see here a galvanometer is connected to detect the null position of Wheatstone bridge circuit. This is the Wheatstone bridge circuit shown on the kit itself. It has got the P by Q as the ratio arm. Here the ratio arm is there. We can set it from 0.001 to a value of 1000. Then we have got a standard resistance S connected between the terminal C and D. Standard resistance we can adjust by use of these four arms. Each arm will be having some multiplication factor. First arm is having into 1, second into 10, third into 100, into 1000, meaning that whatever value we select, we have to multiply it by the corresponding number. Add all these norm value, will get the actual value of standard resistance. As we are using this kit as an internal power supply and the galvanometer on the kit itself, we have to select the position of these two extreme rate switches on the INT position, indicating galvanometer is of the kit itself and the supply of this kit is also the internal supply provided. Okay, so unknown resistance is connected between these two terminal. You can observe here unknown resistance is connected. This unknown resistance is a carbon resistance. Okay, so this carbon resistance value now we have to get it from the Wheatstone bridge. So as I told you, make the position of these two extreme switch on INT position. It means that now we are ready for using internal power supply and internal galvanometer of this system. Let us first set the ratio arm on the position 1. It means that P by Q is on position 1. Now we are going to select the standard resistance and we will be observe the deflection of the galvanometer, whether it is moving extreme left or right, or what happens to its deflection as we change the value of the standard resistance. Here in the all cases we have to first press the red button marked as B indicating battery, means internal supply is given to this Wheatstone bridge circuit. Whenever we press the galvanometer key here, actual galvanometer deflection will be indicated. As we have all position of these standard ratio knobs are on 0, it means that standard resistance is now 0 in the circuit. Let us increase by 1 ohm, that is into 1. This knob we have moved to the position number 1. Similarly, move the knob into 10 as the position number 1. So total resistance will be 10 plus 1, that is 11. And let us see the deflection of the galvanometer. You can observe here deflection of the galvanometer. Now I am pressing the battery switch colored as red first, then galvanometer's push button. See the deflection, it indicates extreme right. It means that resistance must have the higher value. So let us select the value of into 100 knob, move it to position 1, indicating that 1 into 100, 100 plus 10 plus 1, that is 111 is the resistance now inserted with ratio arm on position number 1. Let us see the galvanometer pointer deflection. I will press first the battery switch, then galvanometer is again indicating extreme right. So resistance must have the higher value. So let us move to the higher multiplying factor, that is into 1000. 1 we have selected, that means 1 into 1000 plus 100 plus 10 plus 1, that is 1111 is the now total resistance. Ratio arm is indicating 1. Let us see the deflection of the galvanometer pressing battery switch, then slightly press the galvanometer, immediately remove it. Again it indicate on the extreme right side. It means that we have to move to the higher position of ratio arm. So ratio arm is to be moved to the position number 10 here. You can see now I am moving to position number 10, keeping the resistances value as it is. Let us see the deflection of the galvanometer carefully. I am pressing the galvanometer push button. See here, again I am repeating it. See the deflection for this into 10 ohm. See the deflection has greatly reduced, indicating that now the ratio arm is on correct position. Now we have to select standard value of the resistance such way that we should get the zero null deflection. So how we can do it? Let us will first try by increasing the value in the terms of the 100. So already we are 1000 and 100. Now we will move to position number 2 of this into 100 knob. So I am moving this. So now resistance is added as 200. That means increase of 100 ohm resistance. Let us see the deflection on the galvanometer. You can see the deflection is again somewhat reduced. So move it to higher position. Let us go for 4 into 100. So 300 more ohm resistance we have added. See the deflection again slightly reduced. So we will go to still higher values of into 100 knob. Let us move it to the 7 into 100, that is 700. This is 1000 plus 700 plus 10 plus 1. So this will be our total standard resistance. Let us press the battery push button, and after it galvanometer push button. You can observe here, see here again how the galvanometer deflects very slightly. It means that we are closer to the null deflection position. Now move this knob to still higher levels. Let us move it to the position number 9. You can see here position number 9 into 100. So 900 plus 1000 plus 10 plus 1 is the standard resistance. Let us see the deflection of galvanometer. See, very slightly it is indicating. It means that galvanometer is more or less showing us the null deflection, but still we are not exactly getting it. So we'll move from 9 to 10 on this into 100 knob. So let us do it. So we have selected now 10 into 100, that is 1000. 1000 plus 1000 plus 10 plus 1 is the standard resistance. Let us see the galvanometer deflection. See here, galvanometer is very slightly deflecting. The deflection is very slight. Still we have to do it to null. So increase into 10 knob position. Instead of 1, we will repeat it for the 2. Again see the deflection very slightly, but still we are not getting 0. Move it to position number 3. See the deflection again slightly. So we'll directly go for the 5 into 10, that is 50 ohm. Now let us see the deflection. See here, deflection again indicating somewhat value going to the higher values. So let us see for 70 ohm position. Other knobs we have not changed. Observe it. Other knob position are as it is. Only the position number of into 10 is now on the 7. So 7 into 10, that is 70. See the deflection of the galvanometer. See very slightly. So let us move to the position number 9 and let us see. Now I have moved to 9. So 9 into 10, 9 and 9 into 10 will be 90. See here the deflection. See, carefully observe, no deflection the pointer is giving us. It means that we are now on the null position. So let us see what is the value of standard resistance. See here, into 1 knob is on position 1, so this total resistance added is 1 ohm. Into 10 knob is on position number 9, so this is 9 into 10, 90 ohm. Into 100 knob position is on 10, so 10 into 100, that is 1000 ohm. Then the higher knob, that is into 1000, is on position 1, that is 1 into 1000 is 1000 itself. So 1000 plus 1000, that is 2000, plus 9 into 10, that is 90. So 2090 plus 1, it means that 2091 is the total standard resistance added for this zero null deflection. 2091 is our standard resistance. So S value is 2091. Let us see the ratio of, see here ratio of, you can see here into 10. It means that whatever value of standard resistance multiply it by 10. So 2091 into 10, we will get 20,091. It means that the unknown resistance which is connected between these two terminals is going to be value of 20,091, that is 20.91 kilo ohm is the value of this unknown resistance. So in this way we can locate the or find out the value of the unknown resistance by use of Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge uses the principle of trial and error. We have to repeat it for a certain period of time to get the proper deflection. I am sure that you got the complete idea about how to measure the unknown resistance by use of the Wheatstone bridge. I am thankful to you for watching this video. Do like it, share it, and also subscribe my channel JM Learning.